Okay. Can I just tell you my side of the story real quick?
Do you have any objections to? All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Alfaaz.
All right, so why didn't you report?
All right, so we're 8 months into it and everything going good. And then I had my mom in the hospital from COVID. This is all during COVID. I had my mom in the hospital. I just had a newborn son, and then my dad passed away. I'm not trying to come up with no excuse or anything, but I just hoping for like understanding that I wasn't trying to like not report or anything like that. I was going through so much, Your Honor.
Well, so here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't reported since 2021. We're in 2025. So I do understand when people have family members to pass away, when people have family members very ill. I understand when COVID was going on, but you didn't even pick up the phone in 2022. All right. And COVID. Okay. 2023, 2024. All you have to do was pick up the phone and call probation. I understand when people have issues that are going on in their life, but they haven't seen you since 2021. And according to this court summary, you didn't do the BIP course. This is an assault family violence case, so you need to do that.
Okay.
According to this, you didn't do the parenting classes, and you didn't do outpatient treatment. So have you done any of those?
I started like 2 or 3 classes when I think of the Zoom meetings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too sure how far. I know I started right away. And then being in jail, ma'am, I'm sorry. It opened my eyes to like I should have caught it. I should have done other things other than not caught.
Yeah, everybody. Let me just tell you, a lot of people have an eye-opening experience when they go to jail or when they go to prison. They're like, now I see.
Yes.
But it's not as though you're a teenager. You're an adult, so it shouldn't take that.
Gotcha.
And everybody, you can't be on probation and not be on probation. And what I mean by that is you have certain conditions you have to follow.
Yes, ma'am.
And your condition can't be, well, I didn't pick up any charges. It's not like in municipal court where they give you deferred and they tell you just don't pick up any new cases and you'll be fine. Okay.
Can I
Yes.
add on? A little
Sure.
bit? So I had the exact same dialogue with Mr. Solidstrike. He did tell me about his situation, and I think early on he got off to a decent start. And then COVID did affect his entire family. He did lose his father to COVID, and his mother was very, very ill. And as I understand, the probation department was there in the home. At one instance, the mother was very ill with COVID. His father had already passed. The file documents all of this. And I asked Ricardo the same thing, like, I understand 3, 6, even a year of your life being so affected by your loved ones. But at some point, you're going to have to come back into the fold. And as so often happens, I think you fall into a hole that's up to your knees and you just let it continue. And before you know it, it hits your chest. And then 2 years later, it's over your head. And I'm not going to say he just kind of gave up, but I think at that point, he just kind of understood that he messed up. And it was the wrong response. So there's no justification for it. There is no good answer. The only analogy that I can kind of give you that I think might, resonate with you is, I know that you're a college football fan and, you have your team and one day your team comes out and they're a good team, they're a great team, and they lose a game they shouldn't lose and they play terrible and they can't do anything right. But you don't give up on them. And the next week they come out and they beat the Aggies or somebody like that. And Ricardo's, the Aggies. Ricardo's kind of like that. He's a good guy. And talking to him, he is. I've seen pictures of his children. He's a very good father. He works and supports them. He didn't go anywhere. He just didn't call and get caught back up. And I told him, had you done that, we wouldn't even be in this boat, most likely. What I'm asking, and it's a big ask, is the court can put him on a regular probation. I do believe and know that he can do the things you ask him to do. And jail, it's an eye opener, but it's a bit of a cop out because you're right. In jail, hell, I'll do anything or say anything because I don't want to be in jail. I don't want to go to prison. Do I believe that he will do the things you want him to do? Absolutely. I do. I've talked to all these people behind me. He's got that. He's got great support. And I told them, you got to get on him. If he's, you got to stay on him. We should never have gotten this far, but we did. And so the prison, of course, it'll be there waiting for him. And my ask is that you take him off deferred, put him on regular, and let him do all the things that he still needs to do and will do. I can't explain his actions. I know part of the beginning, but the rest of it, he just screwed up. There's no excuse. He screwed it up and he knows it. But he wants to make it right, and I believe he can. And so I'm hoping the court kind of sees that in him and allows him to do that.
All right. So I want you to know that I listened to everything that everyone said. I've internalized everything. However, I just don't think you would be a good candidate for probation because nobody's seen you since 2021.
Please, Your
Honor. I'm sorry. So I'm going to revoke, find you guilty. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. I'll give you credit for any time served. Does anyone want to speak to time? State is requesting 3 years.
I mean, obviously, Judge, I'd ask the court to recommend the minimum term if possible. He does not have that much time in. He does have 4 dependent children. They're going to be suffering alongside him too. I don't believe he has. I don't recall his history prior to this, but I don't think I don't think there was anything else there. So the court could recommend a minimum term sentence, Judge. That's what
Your Honor, I'll do anything to put on probation. I'll finish it, Your Honor. If it's to add a year or two to my probation, I'll finish it, Your Honor. I will. I'll do whatever it takes to not be in there anymore. I'll finish it, Your Honor.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to, as previously stated, revoke, find you guilty. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. The court will give you credit for any time served. The court will sentence you to 3 years in the prison, and the court will retain jurisdiction. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, you have a right to appeal. It's a limited right to appeal as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you're on deferred adjudication. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence and a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right. Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. We can go off the record. So here's the thing. When you go to prison, you better show me something. Your attorney will explain that to you. Do you understand? All right. And what is this on the side?
I got that since I was younger.
All right. Make sure you get a doctor to check that out, okay? And your attorney will talk to you about everything that I've said and what it means. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.